What we're looking at here isn't just a random collection of ancient buildings. Nope, this is a story. It's a 3,000-year-long architectural quest, an incredible evolution driven by faith, by power, and by one single massive challenge.
So that's the big question, right? How do you build a home that's going to last forever? I mean, for the ancient Egyptians, this was everything. How do you construct a permanent, a safe, and a totally functional home for the soul's eternal journey? And what you're going to see is that their answer, well, it didn't stay the same. It changed dramatically over thousands of years.
And it all started right here. This was the first major architectural solution they came up with, the Mastaba. Think of it as the original blueprint for an eternal home, something designed specifically for Egypt's earliest elite. And the design itself was just brilliantly practical. On the surface, you've got this solid, really imposing rectangular building, a clear symbol of status. But the real action, that was all happening underground, in a sealed burial chamber, designed to keep the deceased totally protected. This model, which was used by nobles back in the Old Kingdom, really set the stage for everything that was about to come.
But see, for the pharaohs, a simple blueprint wasn't nearly enough. A pharaoh needed more than just a tomb. They needed a monument. Something that would echo through eternity itself. A physical stairway to the heavens. And this incredible ambition, well, it kicked off the iconic Age of Pyramids. Now, what's so crucial to remember here is that the pyramid wasn't some brand new invention that came out of nowhere. It was a brilliant and, let's be honest, an audacious evolution of the mastaba. The core idea was basically the same, but the sheer scale and the symbolism, they were about to be cranked up to a whole new level.
And the way they got there is just so logical when you break it down. It all started with that foundation, a single mastaba. Then comes this revolutionary idea. What if we just stack them, one on top of another? And boom, the result is the step pyramid of Djoser, a really stunning first try. From there, the architects just kept refining, perfecting the design, smoothing out the sides, until they created the flawless, true pyramids we all know from Giza. It's just a simple idea, really, but scaled up to create an absolute icon. Okay, but the pyramids had a fatal flaw. I mean, they were gigantic, unmissable advertisements screaming, "Hey, all the treasure is buried right here." They were magnets for tomb robbers. This huge security problem forced a complete 180 in strategy, which led to the next phase of tomb architecture, secrecy. So this brought on a whole new defensive approach. Instead of building up, the Egyptians started digging in. During the New Kingdom, they began carving these incredible tombs directly into the solid rock of cliffsides and mountains, just like in the famous Valley of the Kings. The tomb was no longer a structure you were supposed to see, it was a secret you were supposed to hide. And when you put the two philosophies side by side, the contrast is just striking. The pyramid's whole goal was grandeur, a highly visible, built monument to power. The rock-cut tomb's goal was the total opposite, security, an excavated fortress designed from the ground up to be hidden and to protect that eternal home. So when you kind of zoom out and look at the entire picture, you see this incredible story unfolding over time. This wasn't just a series of different building styles. It was one continuous 3,000-year-long architectural conversation where each generation was constantly adapting to new problems and new challenges. So, let's recap the whole journey. It kicks off in the Old Kingdom with the mastaba, which was the foundation. Then it evolves into the pyramid, the ultimate monument to a pharaoh's power. And finally, it concludes with a rock-cut tomb, a hidden fortress designed purely for security. And that's really the heart of it. This evolution, it wasn't random, and it wasn't just about looks. Every single one of these designs, from the very first mastaba to the last hidden tomb, was a purposeful, intelligent response to the needs and the real-world challenges of its day. It was this relentless, centuries-long search for the perfect house of eternity. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought, doesn't it? This whole ancient story is really about the constant tension between building a visible, lasting legacy and then making sure that legacy is secure. It really makes you wonder, in our own modern world, as we build our digital lives, our careers, our companies, which one of these two ancient priorities, legacy or security, do we value more?